You must have come across some random tweet made by some celebrity that just caught you off guard because of the amount of dissing it contains. Some of these shades sometimes go back and forth, and it is so entertaining when they happen. Stay tuned as we bring to you some of the most savage tweets made by celebrities. First up, we have Kim Kardashian and Taylor Swift. Well, it is not a huge surprise that she is on the list, judging by how chaotic the Kardashian family can be sometimes. They are often at the center of most of the attention. You remember the time when Kim was celebrating National Snake Day? I mean, people literally celebrate almost everything these days, from diseases to people. It's a pretty common thing. However, it was quite strange that the reality star was suddenly celebrating snakes. That was expected and unusual. Definitely unusual. And it seems she was directing the shade at Taylor Swift. What caused this, you might ask? Apparently, Kanye West referenced Swift in The Life of Pablo, his seventh studio album, and her friends, family, and fans were not so comfortable with his words about her. In reference to this, the singer cautioned Ye on his strong misogynistic message. However, it seemed like Kim, Ye's then wife, was not having any of it. Hence, she went on Twitter to label Taylor as a snake. Of course, she didn't name the star by her name in the tweet, but it was pretty obvious that she was referring to Swift. The tweet read, "Wait, it's legit National Snake Day? They have holidays for everybody? I mean, everything these days." We definitely see what you did there, Kim. The reality star then urged her followers to check out her Instagram story, where she posted a video in which Swift permitted Ye to reference her in the manner he did. Perhaps she changed her mind after. Nevertheless, that's a whole dramatic episode on its own.
My advice is that you give Taylor a call and try to make amends.
Thank you for your lovely advice, but I'm not going to take it.
Then we have Bette Midler and Kim Kardashian. This time around, the shade was directed at Kim Kardashian. So what was the issue this time around? Kim had posted a nude selfie to herself on social media, and as much as the picture captured the attention of certain admirers, it wasn't so favorable to others. Midler tweeted that if the reality star wanted to show us a part of herself we're yet to see, she'll have to swallow the camera. That was a sick burn. We'll have to give her that. But if you think Kim took that without any response, you couldn't be more wrong. Kim responded several hours later and told Midler that it was past her bedtime, but if the actress was still awake, she could send some nudes. And Kim didn't stop there. It seemed the shade burned deep because she added just a couple minutes later that Midler was a fake friend and mentioned that the actress had sent her a gift while trying to be a pretentious friend. In response to this, Midler tweeted that Kim could take some selfies but couldn't take jokes. However, that isn't the end of that episode, because Midler wasn't the only celebrity who threw shade at Kim Kardashian because of her nude selfie. Chloe Grace Moritz and Piers Morgan did as well. Moritz tagged the reality star in a couple of tweets mentioning if the star realized how important it was to set goals for young women and teach them that women have more to offer than just their bodies. She then retweeted Midler's tweet and said there's a distinct difference in showing respect for the platform that one is given as a celebrity and shaming, which is something she'd never do. Kim jumped on Moritz so fast, talking about how irrelevant she is as a celebrity, and then making reference to her quote-unquote nylon cover, and then went back to Morgan, who had made a dig at Kanye's money problems. Morgan had offered to buy her clothes since she apparently didn't wear any in the selfie. In response to that, Kim told him never to offer to buy a married woman clothes, and you can be sure that Morgan dropped a reply to this. The British broadcaster told Kanye to get off his wife's phone. Well, we kind of understand where he's coming from here. This is the kind of thing Kanye would say. Katy Perry and Taylor Swift. The Perry-Swift feud had been around for a long time, but it is great that it has come to an end. During the height of the feud, both singers would make snide remarks about each other on social media and in other public forums. Thankfully now, it's all just ancient history. They even shaded each other in their songs for years, and it turned out the drag feud happened just because of a misunderstanding. At least that was the story we got. When asked about the possibility of a collaboration with Taylor Swift, Perry tweeted that it would only happen if Swift apologized. Although Swift had once expressed interest in a joint project, nothing ever materialized due to their turbulent friendship. While their feud has now come to an end, fans are hoping that this reconciliation will last and lead to something productive like a collaboration.
Taylor Swift was just on this carpet before you. What about the rumors that Katy Perry and Taylor Swift could make music together?
I mean, I'm making music with Zed. I'm open. Open.
Taylor Swift and Nicki Minaj. We're just gonna sneak in Nicki Minaj's shade on Twitter that occurred during the Perry-Swift feud. Nicki Minaj's Anaconda music video is no doubt the bomb. Minaj's music video was iconic and one of her best works, yet surprisingly it did not receive a nomination for MTV VMA's Video of the Year. This came as a shock to Minaj, and she responded with a tweet saying, "If your video celebrates women with very slim bodies, you'll be nominated for Video of the Year." Her comments highlight an issue that persists in today's music industry. It is clear that there needs to be more recognition for body types other than the traditional slim figure in order to create an equal playing field for all artists. Some minutes later, Swift jumped on the post, replying that it was unlike Minaj to pit women against each other and that she had nothing but love and support for her. Apparently, the singer thought the rapper was coming at her for her Bad Blood nomination. Someone else took note of the tweet, and it is none other than Perry, and she made a snide remark about it. Perry mentioned that it was quite ironic to talk about pitting women against each other when Swift relished taking down a woman. Thankfully, Minaj came to the rescue and clarified that she wasn't in any way throwing shade at Swift. You just got to love her. Then we have Ryan Reynolds. Reynolds is a very comical fellow, and his savage tweet embodies this. In his tweet, he mentioned that he'd walk through fire for his daughter, but not fire. Then switched from fire to a superhuman room since fire would no doubt hurt him. Then he decided that the human room wasn't for him either because of his hair. In Reynolds' weird and funny way, he no doubt loves his daughter, and his funny remark is very similar to how he and his wife Blake Lively interact with each other. The Hollywood lovebirds no doubt love each other, but they do not allow that to restrict them from throwing fun shades at each other in public. They are definitely one of the most lovable couples in Hollywood.
Blake and my girls, you are quite literally, you're my heart, you're my hope, you're my happiness. I joke that my family exhausts me, but in reality, you give me more strength than any man could possibly deserve.
Up next, 50 Cent. 50 Cent might be famous, but he is still his grandmother's boy. Viola Jackson might be late now, but she was the dearest person to the rapper's heart when she was alive. 50 Cent grew up in what he likes to describe as a war zone, and he grew up real tough. But when it came to his sweet grandmother, he was like butter. He once mentioned in an interview that his face with his grandmother really differed. In her presence, he was all smiles and sweet in her presence, but once he wasn't with her, his gangster mode got ignited. Seeing his frown melt into a sweet smile in the interview was one of the best things ever. However, back in 2010, before his grandmother passed away, he tweeted that he couldn't believe his grandmother was making him take out the trash. In his defense, he said he was rich and didn't need to do it. Nice try, 50. Deep down, you're still a granny's boy and would have moved the earth for her.
Because when she said it to me, it landed differently. Like, she's the only person that in my life, period, that I could give everything I have.
Moving on, Cole Sprouse and his dig at the Riverdale poster. The Sprouse brothers love taking digs at each other and sometimes themselves, but Cole went a bit far this time around. Cole jokingly mocked the Riverdale poster in a now deleted post, but it was still entertaining. In the tweet, Cole even offered to pay for Photoshop lessons for whoever was responsible for making such obviously edited posters. He's kinda right though. I mean, take more group photos. A lot of shows do that for their posters each season. Cole Sprouse, who played Jughead Jones on the said show, was pretty brave for posting this though. Finally, we have Chris Pratt. Pratt went Star-Lord mode and made fun of Snickerdoodle. The cookies are heavenly, but come on, Snickerdoodle? You couldn't think of a better name, and Chris Pratt felt the same way. His tweet read, "Why is it called a Snickerdoodle? And who's the person who came up with that name? I bet he was a real." In reply to his question, the name comes from a German word that means crinkly noodle or snail. The cookie's delightful taste is the only thing rescuing it from its disaster of a name. What other savage celebrity tweets would you have liked us to add? Let us know in the comments. And be sure to like and subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching. Bye!